This week on Geek Crash Course, we're covering Dracula, a vampire so great no force on the earth can stop him. Oh, by Bram Stoker, Dracula was first published in 1897 and tells the story of Dracula through a series of letters, newspaper articles, and diary entries. It's called an epistolary novel.
It defined what we know today as a vampire. Strength, immortality, ability to change forms, being rendered powerless by the sun, not being able to enter a premises until invited, and established Transylvania as a vampire-ridden place.
Dracula and his mythology have invaded every form of media. Books, movies, television, cartoons, video games, comic books, even breakfast cereal.
Dracula means son of Dracul. Also, Dracula was never given a first name in the original novel. He was only Count Dracula.
In the book, lawyer Jonathan Harker travels to Count Dracula's castle to help him with a real estate deal. Harker quickly goes from guest to prisoner, barely escaping the castle after being spellbound by 3 female vampires in the middle of the night.
Because of his escape, Dracula goes after Harker's fiancée, Wilhelmina, or Mina, Murray, and her friend, Lucy.
Lucy's health seems to go downhill suspiciously quickly, and Professor Abraham Van Helsing is brought in to help, although he refuses to reveal what is wrong with her. Lucy dies, and soon afterwards a local town reports being stalked by a beautiful woman.
Van Helsing confirms that she has in fact been turned into a vampire. Van Helsing and a team then track her down and after a confrontation, stake her in the heart, behead her, and fill her mouth with garlic.
During this time, Mina and Jonathan Harker have teamed up with Van Helsing to go after Dracula. When Dracula learns he's being hunted, he begins to visit and feed from Mina's blood, and in return feed Mina his own blood. This creates a bond between them which allows Dracula to control Mina.
The team, with Mina often coming in and out of a trance, chase Dracula back to his castle in Transylvania, where they kill his 3 lady vampires from the beginning of the story, and mortally wound Dracula, causing him to turn to dust and freeing Mina from her connection with him.
When it was released, Dracula was ranked above both Frankenstein and Wuthering Heights in the newspaper reviews.
Homework. First of all, definitely read Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's a little bit long, but it is a classic.
Check out Dracula from 1931. It's one of the first adaptations endorsed by Bram Stoker. It's considered a classic and was inducted into the National Film Registry in 2000.
If you want something a little funnier, there's Dracula Dead and Loving It from 1995. This is Mel Brooks' Dracula parody love fest. It's probably the most entertaining film version of the Dracula lore in the last 50 years.
Avoid Dracula 2000. It's bad. It's really bad.
Dracula 3000 from 2004 is no better. In fact, it's somehow worse.
It's a lot worse. Dracula seems to be particularly difficult to successfully adapt, so we recommend some other vampire, although perhaps not Dracula-themed movies that fit into that good-bad Venn diagram, such as
Blade Trinity from 2004 features Drake, who's sort of Dracula, but without Transylvania, or the castle, or anything vaguely Count-related.
Underworld from 2003 is my favorite example of a good-bad movie where it's vampires versus werewolves, but not in the weak Twilight way, with a sexy Kate Beckinsale as the lead she-vamp.
Bram Stoker's Dracula is based on an actual 15th century Romanian, Prince Vlad Dracula Tepes. Tepes was inhumanely cruel and murdered thousands of his own countrymen.
What's your favorite Dracula story? Tell us in the comments below, and remember to subscribe above for more Geek Crash Course.
If you have any questions, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, or our website, geekcrashcourse.com.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week
on
Geek Crash Course.
All right.